If you have been searching for clarity in all the wrong places, pause here, just for a moment. Some kinds of confusion don't look dramatic, they arrive quietly. You wake up, you do what you are supposed to do, life looks fine, and yet something feels missing. Not sadness, not pain, just a sense of being misplaced. Like you are moving, but not arriving anywhere. This feeling doesn't mean you are failing. It often appears when an old version of you no longer fits, and the next one hasn't revealed itself yet. So the mind starts searching for clarity, for certainty, for a sign that tells you what to do next. And the more it searches, the louder it becomes. One of the oldest psychological texts ever written begins in this exact state. The Bhagavad Gita, not as scripture, but as a manual for the human mind. It doesn't start with enlightenment. It starts with someone standing still, paralyzed, overwhelmed, unsure of his role. Arjun, on a battlefield, surrounded by everything he knows, asking the question we have all asked. What am I here to do? Nothing in his life is technically wrong, and yet everything feels unclear. He hasn't lost his strength. He hasn't lost his skill. He has lost his inner alignment. The sense of moving from a place that feels true. Feeling lost is not the absence of direction. It's the absence of connection with yourself. When the mind is crowded with expectations from the past, from others, from who you think you should be, it becomes difficult to hear what is quietly true. So, even movement feels heavy. Even success feels empty. The Gita doesn't rush to fix this confusion. It doesn't say decide faster. It doesn't say try harder. It notices something more subtle. That exhaustion often comes from tying your sense of worth to outcomes you cannot fully control. When every action is loaded with pressure to succeed, to prove, to become, the mind never rests. It introduces an idea called Nishkam Karma, action without attachment to fruit, not apathy, not indifference, but the radical practice of acting fully, without demanding certainty from life. When this grip softens, the mind begins to settle, not because life becomes certain, but because you stop demanding certainty from it. Sometimes feeling lost is not a problem to solve, it is an invitation to loosen old identities, to stop performing clarity, to pause the constant becoming, to stand still long enough to see clearly. If you feel lost right now, you don't need to fix yourself. You may simply be between versions of yourself. And in between, there is silence. Not empty silence, but the kind where something new is quietly forming. So, if nothing feels right, don't rush to escape the feeling. Stay with it, listen, and ask yourself, what am I no longer willing to carry? You're not alone in this.